guys, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be making a spring or summer deco mesh wreath. And what you're going to need for this wreath is a wreath form from Dollar Tree. And this is the 14-inch. You will need some flowers. And most of these came from Dollar Tree also. You will need some 10-inch deco mesh. And this is from Hobby Lobby. And then I'm making mine for summer, so I'm going with this cute flamingo, and it's in the spring shop at Hobby Lobby, and it was $11.99, but I believe they have them 40% off. So I'm going to be using this cute flamingo. I will also be using this burlap ribbon again. Then you're going to need your scissors, some pipe cleaners, your hot glue gun and glue sticks, and some floral stem wire, and something to cut your floral picks. So let me get this all set up and we'll get started. You're going to want to take your 10-inch deco mesh and cut it in at 12 inches. So you're going to cut 12-inch strips, and I believe I cut a total of 24 of the 12-inch strips. And you're just going to take your strip and roll it carefully in your hands. And then you'll want some pipe cleaners close by. Just keep it pinched in your left hand. And there's two ways you can do this. You can thread the pipe cleaner through the wire, and you can use the two middle wires or the one closest to the inner circle, the second one, and just give the pipe cleaner a few twists and twist it on. And then you can tuck down your pipe cleaners or cut them off at the end. But I think I rolled 2 or 3 of these for you to kind of see. It's real simple. You're just rolling it right up like you would a piece of paper. Pinch it in the center, and you can kind of push it the ends upward to kind of make them kind of roll upward if you want. But you're going to take the deco mesh and you're going to fill the little sections as full as you can. Now if you want to do the deco mesh, the 10-inch all the way around, you're going to need 2 rolls of the 10-inch deco mesh to make it work for all the way around. But on the last 2 sections, I used the 6-inch tan burlap deco mesh. So if you're wanting the 10-inch all the way around, buy 2 rolls at Hobby Lobby. But if you're going to do it like me, you can make it work with 1 roll of 10-inch and then 1 roll of the 6-inch deco mesh. So let me know if you have any questions. But this is the second way, where I just go ahead and twist the pipe cleaner on and then attach it to the work wreath. So it's easier for me to go ahead and roll it, attach the pipe cleaner, then attach it to the work wreath. But whatever way works best for you and is the quickest and easiest for you, just do it. But you can cut your pipe cleaners in half if you would like. That's what I did with these. And just fold your ends under. So 2 different ways, whichever's best for you. And just kind of fluff it and push it together so they're nice and full. And you'll just want to go around, and you can leave the last 2 sections for your 6-inch deco mesh. And this particular deco mesh came from the Easter section at Hobby Lobby. So make sure you're pushing your rolls of the deco mesh together, pushing it in each section tightly so that it's nice and full and fluffy. And then I'm cutting the 6-inch deco mesh into 8-inch strips. And I didn't count how many strips I cut, but I would guess I probably cut about 24 or 25 of these also. I may have cut a few more, I'm not exactly sure. I can count it if somebody needs an exact count. But just same steps. I'm just adding the pipe cleaner and then going to twist it on. And I use the outer wire and the inner wire, and then I also switched it up and sometimes use the middle for the 6-inch. So I just kind of like staggered it so that it made it appear fuller and wider than it actually is. And like I said, I just ended up doing this because I didn't want it to take away from the flamingo when I put the flamingo on, and it worked out good for me, but it just depends on what you're putting on the right side. If you're using something, you know, like a little stuffed animal like I used, or if you're using a sign. So it kind of depends on what style wreath you're making. But you'll just want to fill in those last 2 sections with the 6-inch Deco mesh. And I went ahead and I got the yellow and white gingham checked ribbon out, and I know you can buy it at Hobby Lobby, but I didn't find the yellow and white. They had other colors of it. I got this at a local store, guys, so I'm sorry that, you know, it's not at Hobby Lobby, but just keep it pinched tight in your left hand. I didn't leave any tails, so just back and forth until you get your bow the size you would like. And you'll need floral stem wire close by. But I didn't add tails right now. Now I went ahead in the end, which you will see, and I added the tails later on. But I wanted to get my flamingo attached so that I could kind of see, you know, how long I need to make the tails. But back and forth, keeping it pinched tightly in your left hand, and then just trim it off and take your floral stem wire, and mine's 20 gauge. And you're just going to place the bow down, put the bow face down, and wrap the wire tightly around the center. And you're going to use your wire to thread it through your, in this case, I didn't go ahead and fill in the section with Deco mesh yet, but if you have yours full, you'll be threading it through the Deco mesh, giving it a twist to the back. But here I just threaded it through the wreath frame, the work frame, and then twisted it. I hope that makes sense, guys. I'm sorry if it doesn't, but you'll see in just a second what I'm talking about. But just fluff your loops and wire it to the wreath. Because I was kind of playing around to see how much I was going to need, and so I went ahead and put the bow in so that I'd know how much space it, you know, would take up and that kind of thing. Just, you can cut off your wires at the end, but I just folded them under or folded them down for now. Fluff your loops back up and finish, if you have not already, finish your 6-inch burlap. Okay, and I wasn't real sure how to wire the flamingo on, so I put a wire around its little neck and then wired it to the work wreath. And like I said, I recommend filling the work wreath completely full with the Deco mesh, so I think it'll just look better. But I wired it on around the neck, and then I also, to get its body to stay more in place, I put a second wire around its leg area. I didn't use any hot glue because I made it for my little girl's room, and I thought, well, you know, she might later on want the flamingo for something else, so I just wired it on so that when she gets tired of the wreath, she'll still have her flamingo if she wants it. And this is the 20 gauge floral stem wire, so it's not real strong, but the flamingo's lightweight. It's just a little stuffed animal. And I just gave it a few twists to the back. So you kind of have to play with it and make sure that you have your bow in the right spot, your flamingo in the right spot, so that when you hang it up, it looks okay. So you kind of just have to eyeball it and see what you like. And so here I'm adding the tails, and I just cut 2 strips about the same length, and I'm just pinching them together. And you can use the floral stem wire or a pipe cleaner. Just give it a few twists around the ribbon, and then you're just going to thread it under your flamingo or whatever object you have on your wreath. Thread it through the wreath form and attach it to the back. And then just tuck the little ends under the flamingo. I just thought it needed the tails, but you don't have to add tails if you don't want to. Okay, and I think we're ready to add the flowers next. And I just added the white flowers at the top. They were longer, and I just added them at the very top. I just wired them in for some height at the top. And then on the yellow and pink and purple flowers, I just pinched them off of the stem and just put some hot glue around the back of them and just stuck them right on the wreath. I did like 4 or 5 yellow, and then I went back and did 4 or 5 of the purple, and then I believe I added 1 daffodil bloom in the center of the gingham checked yellow and cream color bow. But just add as many flowers as you like. And it was just easier for me to hot glue these on instead of trying to wire these in. And you'll want to save your greenery, your leaves, your stems, and all that kind of greenery, because lots of times you can go back and you find a spot that you really needed some greenery, like I did. I found a spot by my flamingo that I wanted something, you know, something else, just something, and I found those leaves, and I'm like, they're perfect. So I wired the leaves in there by the flamingo, which you'll see in just a second. So don't throw your leaves away until you're for sure you don't need them. Okay guys, here it is, and you can see the greenery on the right of the flamingo. And I just kind of gave everything a fluff. So I hope you like this video. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please like, subscribe, and share, guys. Have a great day.